How to force yourself into success. No motivation needed. Why motivation is not enough. Many people want success, but few people take action. You may have big dreams. You may want a better life. You may want to speak English well. You may want a strong body. You may want more money. But every day looks the same. You wake up, you check your phone, you feel tired. You say, "I will start tomorrow." Tomorrow comes, nothing changes. This is not because you are stupid. This is not because you are weak. This is not because you are unlucky. This happens because you wait for motivation. Motivation feels good. Motivation feels strong. Motivation feels exciting. But motivation is not stable. It comes and it goes. Some days you feel powerful. Some days you feel empty. Motivation is like the weather. Sometimes it is sunny. Sometimes it is rainy. Sometimes there is a storm. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control motivation. If you wait for motivation, you will wait forever. Look at your own life. How many times did you say, "I will start next week"? How many times did you say, "I just need more energy"? How many times did you say, "I am not ready yet"? These words sound safe, but they are dangerous. They keep you stuck. Most people believe a lie. They believe successful people feel motivated all the time. This is not true. Successful people feel tired. Successful people feel bored. Successful people feel lazy. The difference is simple. They act anyway. They do not wait for the feeling. They move first. Action comes before feeling. Think about exercise. You do not feel like running. Your body feels heavy. Your bed feels warm. But when you start moving, something changes. Your blood moves faster. Your breath becomes deeper. Your mind wakes up. The feeling comes after the action. This is a rule of life. Feelings follow actions. Your brain likes comfort. Your brain likes safety. Your brain likes easy pleasure. Your brain says, "Stay in bed." Your brain says, "Watch one more video." Your brain says, "Eat one more snack." Your brain is not evil. Your brain wants to save energy. But your dreams need effort. If you listen to your brain all the time, you will stay small. You must learn a new skill. You must force yourself to act. The word force sounds hard, but forcing yourself is not punishment. Forcing yourself is leadership. When you force yourself to stand up, you take control. When you force yourself to study, you take control. When you force yourself to start, you take control. If you do not control your actions, your mood will control you. And mood is a bad leader. One day you feel strong. The next day you feel weak. If mood leads your life has no direction. Discipline gives direction. Discipline means you act even when you do not want to. Discipline is quiet. Discipline is boring. Discipline is simple. But discipline is powerful. Motivation is loud. Motivation is exciting. Motivation is emotional. But motivation is short. Motivation starts the engine. Discipline keeps the engine running. This is why many people quit after 1 week. They feel excited at the start. They feel strong at the start. Then the feeling disappears. The work feels boring. The work feels hard. They stop. Their dream stays a dream. If you want success, you need a new rule. You must act first. You must feel later. You do not need to feel ready. Ready is a lie. You become ready by doing. Think about learning English. At first, you feel scared. You feel slow. You make mistakes. If you wait to feel confident, you will never speak. Confidence comes after practice. Action creates confidence. Small action is enough. You do not need a big plan. You do not need a perfect day. You need one small move. Open the book. Write one sentence. Read one page. Listen for 5 minutes. This small action breaks the wall. The wall is inside your mind. Your mind says this is too hard. Your mind says this will take too long. But one small action proves your mind wrong. Success does not start with big courage. Success starts with small obedience. You obey your decision. You say, I will do it, and you do it. Even when you feel bad, even when you feel tired. This is how trust is built. You begin to trust yourself. Every time you act, you win. Not a big win, a quiet win. These quiet wins change your life. Forcing yourself today is a gift to your future self. Your future self is waiting for you to stop waiting, waiting for you to move. Part 2. Act first, feel later. Most people lose their goals in one moment, not in 1 year, not in 1 month. They lose in one small moment. That moment is hesitation. You know what to do, but you stop. You think too much. Your brain starts talking. It says, not now. It says, later is better. It says, you are tired. This voice sounds friendly, but it is dangerous. This voice steals your future. The truth is simple. You do not need to win the whole day. You only need to win the first moment. That moment is the start. Successful people understand this. They do not fight all day. They fight the first step. Once the first step is done, the rest becomes easier. Think about pushing a car. At first, the car does not move. You push, nothing happens. You push again. The car moves a little. Then it rolls. Then it moves by itself. Action works the same way. Starting is heavy. Continuing is lighter. That is why starting is everything. Your job is simple. Start before your brain can stop you. This is where a powerful rule helps. The rule is called the 5-second rule. It works like this. The moment you feel resistance, you count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you move. No thinking, no talking, no waiting. You move your body. You stand up. You open the book. You touch the keyboard. You put on your shoes. Why does this work? Because your brain is slow. It needs time to build excuses. When you move fast, the excuses have no time. Hesitation dies. The brain loses control. Your body moves. Once the body moves, the mind follows. This is very important. Your body is easier to control than your mind. You cannot tell your mind to be motivated, but you can tell your body to stand up. Movement breaks the spell. Think about a cold morning. Your bed is warm. Your room is cold. Your brain says, stay. If you stay, the feeling gets stronger. But if you stand up, the moment changes. Cold air hits your face. Your body wakes up. The decision is done. This is how you win. You do not wait for courage. You create courage with movement. Small movement is enough. You do not need to study for 1 hour. You need to open the book. You do not need to run for 5 miles. You need to put on your shoes. You do not need to change your life today. You need to start. Most people fail because they think too big. Big goals feel heavy. Big plans feel scary. The brain sees danger. The brain wants to escape. Small actions feel safe. That is why small actions work. Small actions trick the brain. The brain thinks, this is easy. Once you start, energy appears. Energy is not something you wait for. Energy is something you create. Movement creates energy. Action creates focus. Doing creates desire. This is why act first, feel later is true. Feeling does not lead action. Action leads feeling. This rule can change everything. You can use it every day. When you feel lazy, act. When you feel scared, act. When you feel tired, act. You do not need to feel strong. You only need to move. Your mind will complain. That's normal. Complaints do not mean danger. They mean growth. Pain at the start is not a sign to stop. It is a sign to continue. Think about learning to walk. A baby falls many times. The baby feels pain. But the baby does not stop. The baby does not say, "This is not for me." The baby keeps moving. And one day, walking becomes natural. Discipline works the same way. At first, it feels forced. It feels heavy. It feels uncomfortable. But repetition changes everything. What feels forced today becomes normal tomorrow. What feels hard now becomes easy later. This is how forcing yourself becomes freedom. Freedom is not doing what you want. Freedom is doing what you choose. If you only do what you feel like doing, you are not free. You are controlled by feelings. Feelings change. Goals do not. When you force yourself to act, you take control. You say, "I decide." You decide to study. You decide to train. You decide to grow. This decision builds power. Power comes from consistency, not from intensity. You do not need strong days. You need many normal days. Normal days build strong lives. Every small action is a vote for the person you want to become. When you act, you vote for discipline. When you avoid, you vote for comfort. Your life is the result of these votes. One vote does not matter. Many votes decide everything. That is why daily action matters. Even 5 minutes matters. 5 minutes today, 5 minutes tomorrow, 5 minutes next week. This becomes hours. This becomes skill. This becomes confidence. People overestimate what they can do in one day. People underestimate what they can do in 1 year. Forcing yourself daily changes your identity. You stop saying, "I try." You start saying, "I do." You stop seeing yourself as lazy. You start seeing yourself as disciplined. This change is quiet, but it is deep. Confidence grows from proof. Proof comes from action. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, trust grows. You begin to believe in yourself. That belief is powerful. It makes the next action easier. Momentum is born. Momentum is stronger than motivation. Motivation pushes once, momentum pulls you forward. This is the secret most people never learn. You do not need to feel special. You need to be consistent. You do not need talent. You need discipline. You do not need perfect conditions. You need to start. Part 3. Build habits. Choose discipline. Change your life. Forcing yourself once is good. Forcing yourself every day is powerful. One action can change your mood. Daily action can change your life. This is where habits begin. A habit is an action you do without thinking. You do it because it feels normal. At first, nothing feels normal. Everything feels hard. This is why many people quit. They think quitting means failure. But quitting means they stopped too early. Habits need time. You do not build a habit in one day. You build it with repetition. Small repetition, every day. This is the secret. Do not aim for big change. Aim for daily action. Big goals feel heavy. Daily actions feel possible. If your goal feels heavy, break it down. If you want to learn English, start small. Read 1 page. Listen for 5 minutes. Say 1 sentence. If you want to exercise, start small. Do 5 push-ups. walk for 10 minutes. If you want to save money, start small. Save 1 coin, save $1. Small actions remove fear. Fear comes from thinking too far. Your mind looks at the whole mountain. Your body only needs 1 step. Take 1 step. That step is enough for today. Tomorrow, take another step. This is how habits grow. At first, discipline feels painful. You feel resistance. You feel tired. This pain is normal. This pain is not damage. This pain is training. Think about muscles. They feel weak at first. They feel sore. But with training, they grow stronger. Discipline is the same. Each time you force yourself, you train your mind. Your mind learns a new rule. The rule is simple. Action happens even when feelings say no. This rule creates strength. Over time, discipline becomes easier. What was hard becomes normal. What was normal becomes easy. This is how forcing yourself turns into habit. Once action becomes habit, life changes. You no longer fight every day, you simply do. This saves energy. Habits remove decisions. When you decide less, you move more. Your life today is built by habits. Look at your daily routine. It shows your future. Bad habits build regret. Good habits build freedom. You cannot escape pain in life. Pain is always there, but you can choose the pain. There are 2 kinds of pain: the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. The pain of discipline is short. It comes today, it leaves tomorrow. The pain of regret is long. It comes later, it stays forever. Discipline hurts now. Regret hurts forever. Waking up early hurts, but regret hurts more. Studying when tired hurts, but regret hurts more. Pushing yourself hurts, but giving up hurts more. Wise people choose discipline. They accept small pain today. They gain freedom tomorrow. Freedom from weakness, freedom from excuses, freedom from shame. Discipline builds pride. You respect yourself when you act. Self-respect grows quietly. You feel it inside. You look at yourself differently. You trust your word. This trust is powerful. Confidence is born from action, not from thinking, not from wishing. Confidence comes when you see proof. Proof comes from discipline. Every day you act, you build proof. This proof changes your identity. You stop saying, "I am lazy." You start saying, "I am disciplined." Identity is everything. You act according to who you believe you are. If you believe you are weak, you avoid effort. If you believe you are strong, you act. Discipline builds a strong identity. This identity protects you. When life gets hard, you do not collapse. You keep moving. You understand something important. Progress is better than perfection. Some days you will be tired. Some days you will be slow. That is okay. Do not stop. A small action is better than no action. 5 minutes is better than 0. 1 page is better than nothing. Consistency beats intensity. A little every day beats a lot once. Think about water. 1 drop looks small. Many drops fill a bucket. Your actions are drops. Each day adds 1 drop. After months, the bucket is full. This is how ordinary people become strong, not by magic, not by talent, by daily discipline. Now imagine 1 year. 1 year of small actions, 1 year of forcing yourself. You wake up earlier, you move more, you learn every day. After 1 year, you change. Your body changes, your mind changes, your confidence changes. You look back and feel proud. You thank yourself. You realize the truth. Forcing yourself was never the enemy. Waiting was the enemy. Discipline was the key. Success did not come from motivation, it came from action.
You are stronger than you think. You are not lazy by nature. You are untrained. Discipline is a skill. Skills can be learned. You learn discipline by doing, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Start small. Start now. Force yourself to begin. Your future self is watching. Do not disappoint them. Act today, feel later, win daily. This is how you force yourself into success.
If this message hit you, then don't just watch and leave. Like this video, share it to someone who needs this wake-up, and subscribe to this channel. Study yourself 1 hour a day. We are building a different breed here, a new generation of doers, people who don't wait for permission, people who build themselves daily, people who compound quietly and become untouchable over time. Hit subscribe, join the movement. 1 hour a day, every day. And in 1 year, your future self will not recognize you anymore. Let's grow. Let's execute. Let's dominate our own potential. Subscribe now and start becoming the person nobody can compete with.